So let's talk about some of the important Azure services. Okay, so some of the important Azure services is compute service and application service, network service, and data service. These are the main services. There are a hell lot of services which Azure provide, or which any of the cloud provider they provide, but we are going to focus only on these things, which I believe like these are the very basic and important feature of any cloud provider. So we will be discussing on these things, these Azure services. Okay. So again, compute service, as the name suggests, this is for a computation, or for building the application, or testing the application, right? Or just compute the business logic, all right? So there are multiple services which Azure provide. Like one is virtual machine, right? Azure virtual machine, and even you can create this virtual machine in multiple flavor. Maybe you can opt a Linux, or you can opt a Windows operating system. Even in Linux also there are different kind of operating system. Means different kind of flavors, right? That also you can opt. And let's say if I just wanted to build a web application, then I can go for the Azure web app. And if I want to build a mobile application, then I can go for the Azure mobile apps. There is other services also, like a Logic app. So Logic app is also one of the compute services where you don't need to provide any server detail and all. It will compute, or it will do everything at their end. Okay, you don't need to configure the services. Like, just I'm giving you one example for Logic app. Like, let's say on a daily basis, for example, if I'm doing some bad job, I think most of us, or a few of us, might be working with the data. So there is a batch time, or if I'm talking about the batch system, then we might need to push some alert, right, on a some time manner, like maybe after every 4 hour, or on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, we want to send some alerts. So for that, we can go for the Logic app, and we can configure our the logic. Like, let's say if I do this transformation 1 to transformation 2, once transformation 2 is successfully done, then I should be triggering an email, or I should be sending a different kind of alert notifications, right? Push alerts, or a different kind of a notification we can send through the Logic app. We don't need any kind of a server. There are a lot of integration. There are a lot of plugins are available which we can utilize the Logic app. So one example is sending an email. One example is sending an alert. One example is let's say our build is going on and something got failed, or maybe in Jenkins we are using Jenkins, and some failure alerts is there. That way, if you want to send those kind of alert to the Slack, or to the communicator, or to the Microsoft team, then these plugins are available. We don't need to code. It's just kind of a plug and play. You can go to that Logic Play, and you can choose what are the add-ons you want, and you can start working on. So after compute service, let's talk about application service, right? Uh, Service for building and operating applications, right? So I think most of us might be aware about the not Azure Active Directory, right? Where generally all the user ID and password, or a user credential, maybe you can say a user credential for any organization, will be uh, uh, will be having all those details. Like earlier days, we used to do LDAP also, right? Just for configuring the user details. Okay, so Azure Active Directory is a very important thing, and uh, it is for authentication and authorization purpose. Like, let's say if I want to, if I have multiple APIs, okay, and maybe I'm working on the APIs, and someone wants to consume my API, they can, whether they are allowed to access those APIs or not. So that we can handle it, or that we can block it, and we can manage those role-based access control through the Azure Active Directory. Okay, so that's very important application services there. The other thing is SD Insight. So whoever is having a big data experience, so they might correlate it. So SD Insight, it's kind of a bunch of big data tools and technologies which Azure is having. It's a bunch of big data technologies like maybe Hadoop or Hive or different big data tools just for the processing big data. So this has also been provided by the Azure, right? Then one important part is a network service, right? Whenever we want to secure our application or whenever we want to uh, maintain the security within the DNS or within the VM, like let's say if you want to restrict some of the VMs for a specific location, so those things we can handle through the network services, right? One is a very important virtual network, and then express route is there. So what express routes is, like let's say if some people or some organization, if they want explicit express route, explicit channel for sending or receiving the data, then they can use express route. So it's kind of a lease line, and it will be dedicated to that particular organizations. Okay. And then we have the DNS and then traffic manager. Then important thing in aspects of data engineer, and that is a data service. So Azure is providing a service for even a data engineer or for an application developer or for an architect or for machine learning or for artificial intelligence. So there are a lot of categories are there which people can utilize it, right? So data service is, it's nothing but it's just a managing and storing the data, right? It's just a managing and storing. Like how can we store the data? We can store any kind of a data, right? Or we can store maybe a SQL data or maybe a relational data or a non-relational data, right? Maybe it's kind of a columnar family or a document or a document, or maybe I want to store a JSON file, or let's say a PDF or image or any kind of a blob. I can store it and I can process it. So very important service which Azure provide, that's a data lake. It's a centralized location where you can dump any kind of a data. It doesn't matter whether you are having the schemas or not. It doesn't matter whether you are storing a PDF or storing an image or you are storing a blob, right? It can be any of data. So the data lake is capable of handling any kind of data. Then second thing is a blob storage. They provide a blob storage also. So actually Azure is having a data lake Gen 1, and they are rolling out Gen 2 also, and they merged data lake as well as blob storage combined, and that's a Gen 2. And then if I talk about that, they have a SQL database, they have SQL DW, data warehouse, SQL database, and then a very good important service is Cosmos DB, which is very important, which will provide you a different interface. Okay, let's say if uh, someone is a SQL developer, then using a Cosmos DB, you can have a SQL interface. Or if someone is maybe a Cassandra developer, then the same Cosmos DB is having a CQL interface, Cassandra Query Language interface. If someone is Mongo expert, then we have a Mongo's interface also, right? So Cosmos DB is it's just providing you an interface to interact any kind of a database. Maybe it's a columnar family, or maybe it's a document, or it can be a relational database, right? So these are the important services being provided by the Azure, and which is the data service.